Welcome, welcome, welcome. Mm-mm. Welcome. Come on in. Hello, hello, and hello. Mm. Welcome, 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 everybody. So I gotta change y'all title. I gotta change y'all title. Wait, let me change y'all title. Let me change the title. Alright, so we got over here, go live, over here, let's go live. And then I need to go over here and I need to change your title. So welcome and good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome and good morning. I don't know why. I be thinking that the way the temperature is, like, cause my son's, I don't know. Everybody be saying I'm very hot natured. I like it hot. Everybody else be liking it cold. I ain't with the cold. I'd rather be hot and cold. And I know that's, probably strange to some, but that's just my nature. That's just my thing. So, we all do what we like and what we want, but we have to all figure out also what we like too and what we want. So that's really a thing. Um, we gonna go over here and I'm gonna change y'all title because that's important. So thank y'all. And mind you, I think it's getting kind of warmer outside, but it's still kind of cold. So I don't know, what's up with the temperature and things and why stuff ain't changing like it's supposed to yet. But part of divine timing in the order. So let me see if I can change this, and then we gonna get into what we gotta get into. Mind y'all, I was just really knocked out. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. And then it was like, it's time, but what if what if I'm not meant to serve and I'm meant to rule? Question mark. There, THERE. There's levels to this ISH. Divine alignment. Alright, so divine alignment. There's levels to this ish. And then divine alignment. Hello everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Come on in. Come on in. Have a wonderful day. Love you more. Be safe outside. Okay, so let me go and do that. And what I was never meant to serve, but meant to rule. There's levels to this ish. Divine alignment. All right, that's the title. So I will change the title for everybody that it is necessary and needed to be changed for first, because that's what we need to do. Make sure we are in proper alignment. Which when I posted this last night, I didn't put the title. I just made sure that it was going to be already set up, so then that way I didn't have to worry about it when I got down here. RJ, you smell good. Welcome everyone. Thank you for being here. Come on in Thank you for being here. Yo, I'm gonna just let y'all know right now. I've been getting like the bestest of rest, but mind you, I feel like it starts off weird. Like it starts off as here, there, everywhere. Cause mind you, the first thing that I did last night. Can you look at my car and grab my lip gloss? Is right in the console, please. The first thing I did last night is turn the opposite way, and then I always notice when I turn the opposite way, um, because one time I was trying to figure out like why do you do that? Mind you, it's because of the restrictions that the headboard gives. So like when I'm trying to be or when I'm getting ready to be in more creative mode, then what if you were never meant to serve but to rule? Yes, sir, thank you. I appreciate you. All right. So divine alignment. All right, so that it's Ole Henriksen peptide. It just works miracles and wonders on lips. Um, Mine anyway. So there's that. Um. All right, so I'm trying to get some of these things out of here. Put all types of stuff in here. Levels to this ish. Period. Fixing y'all title so that way we can go on and move it along, and get to the message. Cause it be wanting to add shit I ain't asked. I just wanted the title, and then here it go. Wanting to put stuff that I don't need all that. Anyway, did y'all get good rest? I know I did, and I be liking when I get good rest because it's hard out here for a pimp, especially being able to rest in this moment in time. Cause good God, they be trying to stress people out. All right, so that has been changed. Titles changed, customization. Everybody, hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. We're gonna get into our morning prayer and go from there. I done set everything up. Save, got it. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Details. Got her together. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to change it on the other thing yet, but, we'll figure it out. Anyway, we're going to do Surah Al-Fatiha. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Come on in, come on in, and come on in. Surah Al-Fatiha first. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate and most merciful, all praise is for Allah, Lord of all worlds, the most compassionate and most merciful, Master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Guide us along the straight path, the path of those you have blessed, not those you are displeased with or those who are astray. Then we're going to go with Psalms 91. Psalms 91 says, whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Surely He will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rapport. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. If you say the Lord is my refuge and make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you, no disaster will come near your tent, for He will command His angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. You will tread on the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent. Because He loves me, says the Lord, I will rescue him. I will protect him, for He acknowledges my ways. He will call on me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him with long life. I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. Hey, Aunt Louise, welcome. Thank you for being here. All right, so the message that we got this morning is what if I was not meant to serve and I was meant to leave? It's divine alignment. It's levels to this ish. And I may say it all over the place, right? Why? Because this is what got a nigga kicked out of heaven. It's animosity. Loving your journey the way that it was given. Not wanting to place yourself into somebody else's seat, but loving what you were given the way it was given. But first, um, I'm going to go over here where we were yesterday, because I said that I was going to give y'all some. Okay, my screen blacked out. Affirmations this morning. So we're gonna do the affirmations. All right, so come on, let me see. All right, so we're gonna start with some affirmations this morning. Everybody, welcome. Thank you for being here. Come on in. Paris, hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for that. All right, let me go ahead and turn y'all up real quick, because you know that's what we're gonna do. All right, so I walk boldly into the places prepared for me before I arrived. Man, I walk boldly into the places prepared for me before I arrived. Mind you, this comes from the beginning, when in the beginning of creation, and God said that this line is going to do this line is going to do that. So during creation, God was already knowing you were here. So I knew you before you were formed in your mother's womb. The generations and the people that was going to come before anything was even, manifested destiny on here. So I walk boldly into the places prepared for me before I arrived. What is meant for me is already established. I step into it with faith and authority. Boom. Guess who stepped in the room? Y'all was waiting on me. Y'all know. I like that. What was meant for me is already established. I step into it with faith and authority. God already said you were meant to be there. If God says yes, who can say no? And people be mad and hating. Y'all got angels mad and hating. Like, ain't no way I would let somebody let me lose my seed. An angel was upset. Your biggest op was allowed to walk around in heaven in the presence of God. And y'all don't know how important y'all are to the system. In every story that's told, it says that. That means you are wonderfully made. There are no mistakes. I do not strive in vain. I inherit what has already been built in divine timing, because it was already yours. Every door ordained for me opens at the appropriate time. Divine alignment. What God has prepared for me cannot be taken, delayed, or destroyed. Say it with your whole chest. What God has prepared for me cannot be taken, delayed, or destroyed. Back. I know y'all be mad and hating. But Abby said yesterday they was big mad. Big mad. They called us dust. Yo, I am crying. Eliza, hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. I release fear and step into promise, provision, and purpose. Mind y'all, just 5 minutes ago, before I just showed up on the scene, I was asleep. And here I am, big energy. Because, we got to do what we got to do. We get to do what we get to do. I am aligned with divine order. Nothing meant for me will miss me. Because God don't miss. Period. And neither do I. I love that for us. I am aligned with divine order. Nothing meant for me will miss me. That's why I'll be laughing when people be coming in here talking crazy. You can miss me with that. Because God ain't sending that for me. People be wanting you to do everything but respect yourself in their mind. Y'all, I am aligned with divine order. Nothing meant for me will miss me. You ain't meant for me, and I ain't meant for you. So what you want me to do? Y'all. I received blessings I did not labor for according to divine will. God told the children of Israel that they're gonna walk into places, big places that they didn't build, receive things that they didn't do. That's the blessing. It said from creation till forever. I'll be liking when people be talking that talk. Like it's a thing. Like y'all don't even realize the motivation I get when I hear certain things and I just know that I know that I know. I like when, that 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 stuff start dropping in my ears that I could just hear like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta listen to you, I ain't gotta listen to you, and I ain't gotta listen to you. It was already given. It was already ordained in heaven before everybody and anybody got here. It was already spoken into the onto the earth. That means I'll be walking on the ground and they be like, that's her. I like that. Anyway, I received blessings I did not labor for according to divine will. All you gotta do is be in covenant. God, how to allow me to be in covenant on a daily basis. Please and thank you. Order my footsteps. Search my heart and anything that's not like you, please remove it and thank you. Cause ain't no way I'm gonna be out here being a hating asshole and miss my blessing. Like you can't even want me to want what you got, cause it ain't mine. Cause God got something for me. And whether or not you like it or not, I like it. Cause I be liking everything I get from God. Cause I be thinking God don't play about me. And I've noticed that sometimes I be wanting some stuff and God be like, I got something better for you. Have y'all ever noticed that? Like you want something and then God shows up and it be something better. Like you be mad, you and crying sometimes because you be thinking something got taken from you. And then meanwhile, God presents you with this. And you be like, well, why did I ever want that? I didn't even know I could have that. God said you can have that. They don't want you to win, but God did. Hi, Dad. I love you. How's your morning going? Welcome. Thank you for being here. So I honor the covenant through obedience, trust, and alignment. How's your night, Dad? Did you sleep well? I was sleeping good. My dad's over here, y'all. See what I'm saying? I don't have to have daddy issues or nothing because my dad right there. Niggas be so mad when you got a daddy. And they can't get you to believe that you are, this. And you really that. And my dad be proud of me. Like, I love that for me. I love that for him, that he got a daughter he can be proud of. Mind you, you know what I was thinking this morning? And I'm gonna finish this. I can call my kids right now, and it's funny because I'm sure people would think even this is new, but they don't even realize that I used to sit in my living room with my kids and teach them about God in the Bible. And my daughter complains so much, and she'll tell y'all because I used to make them go to church a lot. So with everything that I used to do, all the tomfoolery, everything is good. I love you too. Thank you, Dad. But everything I used to do, even be out there in them streets and doing, because I tell people quick, I do what I want to do. Because as long as God know, I don't care what you know. And so a lot of people that would think that they know me, that don't know me, would be surprised to listen to my kids tell them that this ain't even new. We would sit in the living room and have Bible study. Now I have to apologize for some things that I taught them that I didn't know, then that I know now, like Easter. But either way, the point of it is this always been in my heart, always been in my mind, always been in my soul. And people will look at you and think that they know everything, or they will hear something about you, or they, were present for something and not really know everything that goes along with you. I was thinking that in my sleep last night. Like, you remember all the times, like, I used to write. I gotta go find my books too, because I used to listen to, what is that man? Um, Creflo Dollar, the church channel, and all that. And I used to write stuff. I wonder what I was writing back then that could be prevalent and, important to me now. So I'm gonna do my due diligence and go search for my old books, because at one point in time, y'all, well, that's all we ever had. Because I'll tell people that all the time. All we ever had really is God, right? But at one point in time, I literally stayed in my room 24/7 just watching the church channel. I don't know what I was trying to be delivered from at that moment in time, but it was just like that was my focus. And so maybe it was already set in motion. Maybe it was already being ordained, because little do y'all know, and I done told y'all before, I even have a minister's license. Not that I ever wanted to do that. What I wanted to do was like weddings and bringing people together and things of that nature. But when I got here, that was one of the things that I did. And so when something is always in your heart, and God is always in my heart, but you have to make sure that you have your own relationship with God before people start coming in. It's like me having a relationship with my dad. Like, me and the other kids, and my dad right there, so he can tell you. Me and the other kids be having this thing where they be like, who the favorite? And between me and my sister, it's my youngest sister. She'll be saying it's her. They'll be saying it's this, because people be saying it's me. But mind you, ain't none of them not gonna tell me that it's not me. And all of them could be his favorite, because they all his kids. So I, would expect for all of them to be his favorite. But ain't nobody gonna tell me that I ain't the one, the top of the list. But they all his favorite. We all his favorite. So it's like the same exact thing. Going in front of God, you can choose to do what you want to do. You can do it the right way, or you can do it the wrong way. And I want to always choose to do it the right way, even in the midst of when people look at stuff and people will say, you're doing this, and you shouldn't be doing this. Um, who says? Your walk is your walk. My walk is my walk. There's people that are in dark places that need help and need assistance that your scary ass might not want to go and, get involved in. But God is going to send somebody. And that somebody could potentially be somebody that you may deem to think, oh, you're doing the wrong thing. Well, what if God sent them? And they're on assignment. And now you out here trying to hinder and stand in somebody's way. Mind your business and worry about your journey and your focus. So my steps are ordered and my inheritance is secure. Period. You worry about you, I got me. Okay? My steps are ordered and my inheritance is secure. Oh, I want to go back to this one because I need y'all to make sure y'all hear me. So for the people in the back, I honor the covenant through obedience, trust, and alignment. If God tell me to go to hell and recover Timbuktu, I'm sure he got provisions for me to go there, the exit strategy and everything. I'm gonna go to hell and recover Timbuktu, and I'm gonna make it on back here. I promise you. Because God already gave you the provision. As long as you stay in covenant and you do the right things along the way, you good. I do not chase, I align. And what is mine comes into position. I do not chase, I align. And what is mine comes into position. Like God gonna line that thing up for me. Even in the midst of when I don't even know. And I done told y'all multiple times. Even when it came to certain things where I wanted something and then that fell through and God put me in a better place. Because I was wanting something that, I was gonna settle. And I liked it, it was good enough. People, places, situations, circumstances, you choose. You put yourself in whatever you did that you was going to settle. And then God said, not mine. You deserve so much better, so much bigger, so much more. And then you let that thing go and God put you right on into position. It's like the alignment, everything, the puzzle pieces just fit. And then you was thinking, well, why did I care about that anyway? Why was I fighting so hard for that? You just had to let go and let God. Every burden is lifted as I step into what has already been prepared. Because I told you, even in the book of Genesis, in the book of Jubilees, they call it the Lord Genesis, right? It says that Jacob, Jacob was God's first people, God, his first son. Jacob wasn't even born yet, but God was already lining stuff up for Jacob, for that bloodline, for Jesus, for Adam. I mean, yeah, for Jesus, for Abraham, for everybody that Noah, everybody that was in that line. God already knew about them and was already talking about them before everything was already done. So you go look at the book of Jubilees, you'll see what I'm saying. But mind you, that's one of the things where man decides to remove things because they don't want you having information, because they don't want to let that sink into your brain. And just think about the times when you may have known something. You knew that you knew that you knew this, right? And I keep using Jesus for instance, because when people go through the Bible and they read, he had hair of wool and his feet look like this, and they start explaining Jesus, and all of a sudden, it comes into your mind a picture. That's a brown skinned person. And you can know that your whole entire life, but why was it there was a debate up until this person said it. Putin actually said it, and then all of a sudden it started to be revealed. So it's almost like the curse got lifted off your brain when the white man said it. You can know something and know it, and they'll call you a conspiracy theorist or theory. It'll be a conspiracy theory until you stand on the business, until they say it. Why do they have to say it in order to break the spell? God already gave you the knowledge. You already knew. He gave you the description. But there was an argument and a debate about it, because this man can't be a brown skinned man, because we can't be out here just, having a brown skinned man as Jesus. But why did it all of a sudden click in everybody's mind as soon as the books and everything started being pulled out and all these people are of color? And then all of a sudden everybody said, wow, you mean to tell me Jesus was brown? You knew Jesus was brown the whole entire time. From the location, from the description, everything, but it didn't sink into your brain because we have been conditioned for so long to trust what these people have been telling us, and these people have been lying to us the whole entire time. And now think about all the things that you ever thought about in your mind, and you said it didn't sound right, but you let them lead you because you were being conditioned. Every burden is lifted as I step into what has already been prepared. I already knew you. Wealthiest rising. Hey, Abby, love you. Thank you for being here. Divine timing is working in my favor, restoring all things to order. No matter what they did, even it says that everything is going to be restored from the time when they messed the time up, the seasons being messed up because the days and the numbers not matching up, the ceremonies that you were supposed to, always remember. God said, keep this as a covenant on a yearly basis, and they swapped this for this. They gave you Easter instead of God. They gave you a bunny instead of God. They gave you a bunny instead of your covenant. The covenant that was going to keep you safe and blessed. Jubilee years didn't teach you nothing about that. You want to know why? Because every 50 years, if you were even in bondage or in slavery, you were supposed to be released and let go. The text is there. It says it. I ain't making it up. All you had to do was go look at it. But think about how many people from your past, relatives and things of this nature, how they just passed down conditioning over and over again. Nobody going looking for nothing. Literally just keeping you in bondage and in slavery because they trusted what somebody gave them. No thought of their own, not listening to God, just trusting idols. Because you turn a book into an idol when you don't go seeking God for yourself. And that's a real thing. Go look up what idols are. So I walk into what is already mine. prepared by the Most High, aligned in perfect timing, and established in divine order. Because God, I want to always be in covenant. I want to always do the right things. Even if man can look at it and, say, oh, well, you're doing da 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 da. Don't worry about it. I trust God. And anything that I'm supposed to know, I know that God is going to deliver it, signed, sealed, and delivered. And how many of us have just been walking along, listening to what people have been giving us, being conditioned our whole entire life from generation to generation to generation to generation. And then y'all wonder why they call y'all the generational chain breakers. Because God knew you were going to be the one that would go look. God knew you were going to be the one that get us back in covenant. Even if it's just by me speaking it into the universe, because guess what happens? The power of life and death is in the tongue. And once I think it, and once somebody else thinks it, and once it, kind of travels along, it's like the telepathic message. Because once it gets sent to the, children, we start talking and don't even realize we talking to each other. It's like the energy. How I explained to y'all before, my energy was talking to people across country, and I didn't even know. I didn't even know these people. But once I became aware of them, they became aware of me. They started looking for me, and I'm looking at them like, who are you? Meanwhile, my energy just was doing whatever it was doing, but it was sending signs, sending signals, talking to these people. And just so y'all know that the people literally started talking to me in real life. And I'm saying to the person, I don't know where you came from because, I don't know you. They're saying the same exact thing. One of the dudes told me, he said, when you became aware of me, I became aware of you. Like, what? The universe started to align its people the way that it needed to be. And sometimes we may not understand, but God, I'm going to allow you to use me. I'm going to be usable. Because some people, we be hard-headed. It say that too in the text, which is funny to me because it was already prophesied that we was going to be hard-headed. And look how hard-headed we be. Sometimes so much to the tune of we'll be saying, I knew I shouldn't have did that. I knew I shouldn't have did that. I got told not to do that. But we be wanting to touch the stove sometimes. And I done did that. Hey, Xavier, welcome. Thank you for being here. That's the beauty of Earth School. Being able to move around, make mistakes, get back up, don't die. Get back up and do it again. Because sometimes we just don't know. Sometimes that's the way it has to be done. But when you finally grasp the lesson, you'll be saying, man, that's the reason why I shouldn't have done that like that. Yeah, I should have let that thing go a long time ago. I even saw all the signals and the signs. When they say red flags, we be seeing all the red flags and we still be doing stuff. Nobody has it all together yet because that's the way it was set up. But mind you, it was also your biggest op is an angel. Your biggest op is somebody that was allowed to be able to walk around in the presence of God. And because they got kicked out, now they want you kicked out. The beautiful thing about us, though, is God said we would be blessed forever. All we had to do was turn back. All we had to do was say, God, I want to be back in covenant. So this is the thing. What if you were never meant to serve but to rule? There's levels to this ish, divine alignment. So we'll see what pathway it's going to take because this is the pathway that the devil got or that the angel used and got kicked out. I want to always be in alignment. Some of you have been playing it small in rooms you were meant to outgrow, following rules that you were never meant or never designed for your spirit, silencing a voice that was meant to lead. Not everyone is built the same. Not everyone is built the same. Some are called to follow, but some are called to shift atmospheres. Now, that angel got mad because it looked at itself and it said, I'm beautiful. I can do everything that they can do. Why can't I sit in their seat? Mind you, it had privileges like no other. Why would you want to sit in a seat that's not designed or aligned for you? And then you get kicked out and then you got nothing. But then there's the ones that, human beings, because we don't even realize that angels bend knees to us. Sometimes people are playing it small. Sometimes people think that they could, put themselves in your seat. Sometimes people think that, they could do you better than you. Why do they get to do it? Are you going to do everything that I was sent to do? Because sometimes people only want to do the fun things that you were sent to do. They don't know how hard it is to actually walk in your shoes. But sometimes we have to know who we are also as a people. So not everyone is built the same. Some are called to follow, but some are called to shift atmospheres. That feeling you can't shake, that pull towards something bigger, that discernment or that discomfort when you trying to fit in. Like you feel like, maybe I should just try to fit in, but then your discomfort comes along when I shouldn't be here. Your discernment is telling you you shouldn't be here. The discomfort is telling you you shouldn't be here amongst these people, but you be wanting to fit in. Being a go along to get along, but God telling you the whole entire time, don't be here. Don't sit at this table and eat with these people. Remember we talked about even your digestion knows when you're sitting in places you shouldn't be sitting in. And you out here breaking bread and eating with people, ha ha, laughing it up, kikiing it up, damaging yourself. Why are you doing that? Some of these people y'all be around don't like y'all. Some of them won't be honest enough to say that they don't like y'all. But your discernment be telling you this nigga, some of us be sleeping with people that don't like us. Cause I done that. And then I started realizing, like, this nigga don't like me. This nigga basically out here blessing blocking. And a lot of y'all be letting people blessing block you. Because don't nobody, the next thing that needs to show up can't show up because you got this person as a placeholder. Just because, it's familiar. It don't even be comfortable, and sometimes it just be familiar. This is what all I know. This is what I've been conditioned to do, to be a ride or die. You gonna die. You most definitely gonna die. Your stomach don't like it. Your body don't like it. Your energy don't like it. Your pH balance don't like it. But every day you wake up just to say, I got a nigga. Or I'm with stupid. Judge your mammy. And I'm saying that for real because guess who taught you that? You don't just cut and run on people. Well, loyalty. You got to be loyal. What about being loyal to yourself? She said 100%. The dog don't even like it. Period, Abby. The dog be side eyeing niggas. Look, and I know it because Seven be doing it all the time. Like, I can see when, like, she be chilling and then people come and start doing what they be doing. She be moving real slow. I said, I was laughing. I said, Seven acting real lazy today, but I can just tell she don't be with the shit. Yo, so you ain't lying. Even the dog know. Seven be looking at these niggas like, can y'all leave me alone, please? I was chilling right here. She'll be sitting on my bed. There, my son will be trying to move her. She'll be looking at this nigga like, can you leave me alone? So y'all. But she ain't my dog. She his dog. And she just be liking me because I be, probably doing shit I ain't got no business with her. Here, eat this. And my son keep telling me not to be feeding her. Well, either way, they like who feed them. But and plus she spent a lot of time with me, but she gotta go where her owner is at. But she don't be liking it sometimes, I can tell you that. So That discomfort when you try to fit in. That's not confusion, that's alignment. God trying to let you know you don't belong here. This ain't your people. This ain't your place. This ain't what you're supposed to do. It's time to skedaddle. And sometimes that could be in environments like God trying to tell you to leave, this environment. But this is the only environment you know. Like I don't even know how I'm going to make it out here, which excuse me, which is funny because when Adam and Eve got kicked out in the book of Brazil, that's an angel, right? When they got kicked out of the Garden of Eden, Adam went to God and he prayed because he was used to being in the cushy environments of the Garden of Eden where everything was just comfortable and warm and glowing and felt when if you get hot the environment shifts and adjusts to make sure that everything is smooth. And so when they got kicked out, um it was rough. It was hard out here for a pet. And so Adam went to God and prayed and said, God, please show me how to live in this environment. Mind you, this is one of the things, like just to know that you got kicked out and you still prayed, like, and that be a thing, because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I got kicked out once or twice, doing stuff I ain't had no business. God told me not to do something for somebody. I did it anyway, and then you get tossed aside. Like you can figure it out. Anyway, long story short, prayer changes things. So still praying about it, right? And so then God sent an angel to bring him a book on how to live outside the Garden of Eden. They got passed down from generation to generation to generation into King Solomon, because we've been talking about that. So even when you feel discomfort, all you have to do is pray about it, get in alignment, be in covenant, and God will even show you how to live in places that you never thought that you would even exist in. And then things got better. It literally says that when that next morning after he prayed, the air changed, to so much so that he did the prayer and Eve was the one that said, "Do you feel that? Something changed." Like prayer changes things. And you can tell when the air even shifts when when this exists and then when something else has come into another energy has come into it. The air will change, the atmosphere will change around you. So being in alignment is important. You weren't placed here to shrink. God gave you dominion over the earth, but you also have to know to play your position. So it's having discernment in a way, because you don't want to get too much above yourself, especially when it comes to God. But when it comes to these people, who are they? I done seen people say, "Oh, well, that's such and such." And what does that matter? If wrong is wrong and right is right, they shouldn't be doing that. Just because you have a certain position or just because you think that you have a certain position don't mean that you do and that you should, because being a good person is free and it's easy when you're already a good person. Being a nasty person is just because you're a nasty person and that's what you have in you. Some people will say, "Oh, well, I was just testing the spirit because I seen this and I didn't like it," right? But people will think that this is right. So it said, not it. Jill Scott was telling a story one time, and I love me some Jill Scott, right? And I pray that whatever that being or entity is, don't really rub off on her the way that I feel like she said she allowed it to rub off on her. But I love Jill Scott. Anyway, she said one time she met Aretha Franklin. I think that's who it was. Entertainment purposes only. And she said that she made her go get some hot dogs from the store. She said she was excited because she wanted, that was her idol. She wanted to meet, but first mistake, idol. And she made her go get some hot dogs. She said she really ain't even say too much to her, but she said she went and got them hot dogs. Now the thing is, most of us will go get the hot dogs because it's Aretha Franklin. But at the end or whoever. But why you gotta do that? Like I get it. It's like when Diddy made them niggas go walk to get that cheesecake. Like you don't gotta be, just because you done made it to a certain spot don't mean you gotta now be a nasty energy trying to make people, and I get what Jill Scott said. She said it was like you basically having to earn your stripes. I don't know, because in my mind I feel like you can be nicer to people and still, not be a pushover or something. Um you can be a nice person and stop and not be a pushover, right? Like it just be the weirdest thing to me. Oh, thank you, Ab, because I was on my way. You must have seen me. Oh, Mike. Mike, you see me too, because I was getting ready to say hello to some people, but then all of a sudden I see, like, people be doing whatever they doing, but we ain't even gonna acknowledge it. We just gonna keep on going. But you don't have to be a nasty person and enters the nasty people, okay? In order to try to make yourself feel better or to try to test somebody in a way, like that was just strange to me. And so, again, we still might would have done it just because, but in my mind I was thinking maybe that also might have been a moment to stand up for yourself, to say, like, I don't want to be around an energy like you. Like, I don't care what type of, accolades you got. Good morning, Mike. I love you. Thank you for that too, because I was on my way. I had to switch screens though. Um, but I don't care what kind of accolades you got. I'm not doing it because I'm not your servant. The same way you made it, like, you should be nicer, especially knowing, how that industry is. But it seemed like people will continue to be a nasty individual. They will perpetuate the cycle and then try to use it as earning your stripes. Like, I don't want to be nowhere near you. I don't want to sit at your table. I don't want to be involved with your table. Like, I don't want nothing to do with you, because for you to do that, as if like you're trying to make me feel smaller than you. And so sometimes we have to, have discernment in a situation, but we'll be so proud and so happy to see somebody or meet somebody that when they start trying to put us in a box or in a cage, we just do it because I admired this person. And, that's their journey. And this is my journey. And so, again, I understand why she did it. And the majority of us may, do it. But we also have to know who we are and don't allow people to try to make us small because they feel like it. Thank you. And I'm sure that's something that's harmless, but it's just something that is just that simple that sometimes we might not even think about. We may just let, that slide because it's Aretha Franklin. Well, fuck her too. Because who the hell do you think you are? Not to say that, but to say that. You see what I'm saying? So, not even to say it like that. But who does she think she is? Aretha Franklin. Bitch, get somebody else to do it. There's levels to this. And elevation requires awareness, discipline, and separation. The minute they try it, and again, it could have been something harmless. It could have just been the thing. So I'm not saying nothing, but that just is what something that came to mind. Like, why would she do that? Knowing that somebody is excited. Like, why the hell this nigga try to make somebody walk 100,000 miles? That's just being a mean nasty. You trying to embarrass somebody. And that says a lot about you. And for anybody, that would say, okay, well, they just trying to earn the stripes. Maybe, but or you just a nasty ass individual. And that's the type of stuff that you're gonna always do because you think that you are a certain person. We all a certain person. Whether or not anybody realizes it or not, we're all a certain person. We all were asked to be here, mind you, by the Most High. So why should I allow you to put me beneath that when I have a place in this cycle too? So sometimes it's about just knowing the place, because some people will say you need to know your place, girl, thinking that they're above you because they're skin white or something, or boy, however they say it. Either way, it's a place in hell for you too. It's a place in heaven the same exact way. Whether or not you use it or not is all up to you. Your journey will get you to either place. Figure it out. She said and is, period. So there's levels to this. And elevation requires awareness, discipline, and separation. So tap into your power. Do you even know your power? Like a lot of us don't know our power, right? And why is that? Conditioning, because you need to stay in your place. But God created you beautiful, wondrous, amazing, to be more than. But what's your place? What they tell you to be. But that's not what God wanted you to be. That's not what God ordained you to be. That wasn't what your contract was. Your contract was to come into this universe and change the environment. And somebody will say, "Oh, well, you think you're bigger than, I'm a nice person even along with." Because you can tell the difference in energy that is, there's people that sit, up here that you wouldn't even know that are, in higher places, higher things. They just be doing regular random stuff. You know who, and I don't know too much about this person, but I always loved the way that I would always hear about this person. Keanu Reeves. I love even like David Chappelle, like listening to David Chappelle and the way he is, and like being in places where it's just random people walking around, and they don't like for people to treat them like celebrities. They want to be treated like everybody else. Like, this is who I am, and these may be things that I have done, but I'm not going to treat nobody bad. Like, I've seen pictures of him just, picking something up for somebody. Like, other people will be like, I'm a this. I done seen niggas having bitches tie their shoes because they think that, not because they can't bend down or they're in a costume, that, they can't tie. Because I know when you doing, work, you need somebody to tie your shoes, right? But I done seen a nigga having a bitch tie their shoes just because, you know, they want to tie their shoes. And it shouldn't be nothing because, Jesus washed feet. But it's one thing to show humility to a person, and then it's another thing to be humiliated by a person. And we have to know the difference. And it being rules to this ish. All right. So you know what? Let's figure it out. And they got the same root word. Oh, and Mike, I just want you to know that it's starting to establish a thing that has to be the same person. You do know that, right? Let's see. The difference is deep. But they come from the same root. Like I just said, they come from the same root word. Because once you say hum and hum, um, once they come from the same root word, which is what makes it powerful. Humble versus humiliated. Humble, being humble is chosen, is strength under control. It means that you know your worth, but you don't need to prove it to everyone. It's grounded, self-aware, and aligned. Oh yeah, I know. I know that because literally attention seekers. That's the thing. Humiliated, being humiliated is forced. It's when someone tries to strip your dignity. It's exposure, shame, or being brought low against your will. It can feel like power being taken from you. Mike said, "Yeah, I figured that." Humble, you lower yourself with awareness. Humiliated, someone or something lowers you without your consent. Both come from the Latin word humilius, low, close to the ground. And that comes from humus, earth or soil. I like that. You know why? And that's because like when um I come to you as humble as I can, it's like reverence for God. And that was one of the things in covenant. you were created for this. And I thank you for, creating me. And like I said, in certain words, certain aspects, I don't really like the word humble. And I ain't gonna lie to you. Why? Because the way people created it to be is almost like you have to be less than. But it says the word actually is you lower yourself with awareness, like you do God. But fuck these people. And it's places and things, around here, but it's like people be wanting you to be humble to them. Meanwhile, they sit in the same position as you. Like, who do you think you are? And then it gave Mr. Big Stuff. Hey, who do you think you are? But anyway, God. Because under God is a thing. Under your bitch ass and your nasty ass individual, I don't like it. You see what I'm saying? So the message being, what if you were never meant to serve but to rule? Because people will try to enslave your ass. Don't let nobody trick you out your spot. But also know your spot, know your position, know who you were meant to be. It says there's levels to this ish because it's like when you at work, there's a manager, there's a CEO, the person that owns the company, things of that nature. That's one thing. So there's levels to this ish, but even Calvin that worked at McDonald's started off at the ground floor, but he knew he wasn't never meant to be there. He started owning some chains, restaurants from franchises. Let me not say it like that because we was just talking about slavery, so we don't want to add that to the list. So he ordered, I mean, he started owning some franchises. But the daggone right, you remember Calvin? Period. Calvin used to be the one at how you like your fries, some salt, this, that, and the third. He was the face of the commercials, the black guy. But Calvin ended up owning franchises, didn't he? I think that's what they said. Don't let me lie to y'all. Look it up for yourself. Anyway, I think he owns some stuff. So I feel like he should own some stuff. So there's that. Divine alignment. Your placement in God's kingdom, not in these people's place. Because it's like when God will give you a gift, it's divine alignment. God gave you that gift, but because they can't control it, then they start calling you out your name. They start calling you witch, hexer, this, that, and a third. But if they can control it, then it's a thing. But mind you, God ain't wrong. For some reason, these people will always act like God is wrong. God is wrong for giving you something, a gift that's already been there. Daggone right, I remember Calvin. So we got to also remember that. Where my stuff at? Okay, over here. All right, so both words are about being brought low, but the energy behind it changes everything. So humble is grounded like soil, growth, wisdom, stability. Humble. I told you that Angel called us dust. Oh, I'm cracking up. Grounded like soil, growth, wisdom, and stability. Humiliated is pushed into the dirt. Shame, loss of control. You all excited to see somebody and meet them, and then they decided they want to treat you weird. Like, bitch, never mind. I don't want to meet you no more. Yeah, it's over. You done fucked it up. All you had to be was nice from the beginning. Why you gotta be a fucking weird ass bitch? Anyway, being humble doesn't mean thinking less of yourself at all. It means being so secure in who you are that you don't need validation. Humiliation only has power if you accept the shame attached to it. Otherwise, it becomes a moment, not your identity. And this is what I'm saying. Is that the time when we're supposed to recognize it and pivot? Because I told you, people will start to say certain things, and then all of a sudden, um, when a person told me that they told some other people that I wasn't all that. But mind you, everybody around the person is saying I'm all that. But the person that was trying to talk was saying I was not all that. Somehow, out of nowhere, all of a sudden, the person started texting. I done blocked the nigga because, bitch, fuck you. Don't text me. When they called, I didn't answer. And then, you texting because you want, no. You're going to have to watch what you say and what you do and how you treat people from the beginning. And that means to tell me that you don't know how. It's hard to be a good person when you're not a good person. Like, people can only keep up appearances for so long. Like, it's like when a person out here, they trying to be, a spiritual guru, this, that, and the third. You can only keep up those appearances for so long. I'm gonna tell you, I don't know. I'm gonna just listen to what God telling me, and we're gonna figure out along the way. And what I don't know, I can go look it up for you. But I'm gonna give you the message that I was given to give you. Mind you, just so y'all know, like I said, and I ain't even lie when I got here. 5 minutes before I was supposed to be in here, I was asleep. The message was already being given in the sleep. So I went and I brushed my teeth, washed my face, put my shirt on, and came down here to give y'all the message. I've been sleeping good. Like, God been like, giving me and that was just all in. The title came as I was doing the things that I was doing, and then we was already here because we was already talking about it. Like, when God is already on you and you showing through you, it ain't gonna be hard to hear and listen, because I ain't listening to no whole bunch of foolishness. That's why I'm not gonna let nobody tell me about me. God already telling me about me. God talking. I don't need to listen to nobody else. What you talking for? Because you want me to feel something that I ain't never gonna feel. I ain't gonna feel it for you. And if you don't like it, guess what? Go talk to somebody or go listen to somebody that you like. To me, it's easy. Mind you, as soon as somebody start talking, if I don't like it, I'm exiting the premises. Cause I ain't gonna put that in my spirit. I scroll the minute something I don't like is coming across. Cause what I need to listen to that for? God ain't told me I gotta sit and listen to that. I got good fingers. Scroll it. Exit it. Why are you sitting around? Why are you ha ha kiki? I don't like it. And I don't want to be here. And I know you don't want to be here either. So let's just part ways right now. Like, why are we doing that? Because people have been so conditioned. Oh, I need this from you. At this point, guess what? I don't even want to take your money. Because, that could be a thing. A person, oh, you need this from, no. If I got to need it from you, that means God don't want me to get it at all, period, because I don't like you. I don't even like you enough that now I want to even take your money, sit in 5 minutes of presence with you. I'm not going to do it. So you can get somebody else. It's me. I said I don't like it. I'm okay with that. Oh, well, you going to miss this? And I promise you I'm not going to miss nothing. Not a damn thing. I'm so secure in that, and so much and it's probably kind of hard because as you learn, as you grow, like, you have to get to certain, levels, or certain, just start to understand certain things. So when you're younger, you probably sit a little bit longer and fester and shit. But as you get older, you start to realize, like, I ain't gotta do that. And it ain't because I'm older to the fact of me saying, I might not be here. Bitch, you might not be here before me at a young age. I plan on being around here as long as God allowed me to be breathing and waking up. I hope it's 3,000, 4,000 years. I hope I be the one that changed the system where everything is, now we living past 968 or 9 years, bitch. But if I don't, I can almost promise you it ain't because, oh, I feel like I'm gonna kick the bucket tomorrow. Nope. It's because I'm not tolerating that shit. You're gonna have to go figure out. Abby said, I promise I'm not. You're gonna have to go figure out. She said, environment that I'm in was telling y'all about. Yes, I'm telling you about it. So that's one thing that I've learned on this spiritual journey. I've learned that when all the signals start saying it's exit time, I ain't gonna let you look at me crazy. I ain't gonna let you start to treat me crazy. None of that. Let me help you help us. Mind you, I happen to see a thing. It's this girl named Ty on TikTok, and she does skits. I love her skits, and she cute. And so she said the beginning, she did a skit, and it was the beginning versus when it starts, and when it ends, right? And and she do all the skits herself. That's another thing I like. So anyway, she was doing a skit of the person that when you first meet them and they be like, "Why you over there? Let me get you something. Let me, get you something to eat. This, that, and the third. Treating you all nice and shit, right?" She said, "It's a shift that allows me to leave. So the fact you ain't saying, girl." So she said she doing the side of the person, the man that basically be trying to treat you all nice. They be trying to rub your feet, have your feet on. They just want to be near you. And then she said, all of a sudden, because now you might have been the one, just sitting there doing, I'm just reading a book. And this person says, "Oh, I want you to get close to me." So now they done got you now wanting to get close to them. So now she tries to get close and they like, "It's too hot." Okay, I just wanted to cut the same words that they used to you when they wanted you to close. "Oh, I just wanted to cut them." Well, it's all hot. This, that, and the third, looking at you crazy. Then all of a sudden, the next one was the same that they wanted you to put your feet on them before, but now they don't want your feet on you. Now they don't want to give you nothing. Now they don't want to do nothing with you. The music too loud, everything. And she stopped and she said, "Why don't you just break up with me so we can just both go on our own separate ways?" All facts. She said, "And tell the next bitch I said hello." Because when they start treating you mean, hey, Mr. Steele, when they start treating you mean, it's somebody else. Like, you ain't got to treat me mean to go do what you need to do with that bitch. Go on, or that nigga, go. Please and thank you. Exit stage left. You ain't got to keep perpetuating whatever this is you think we doing. Please go on and get. But people will, "Oh, we got a house together. We got our car together. We got investments together. We got all this stuff together. So now I can't leave. I just got to be treating you crazy. All in your face, breathing all hard and whatnot. Acting as if I don't want you around. Acting like I don't want you here." Well, you don't got to treat me like that. You can just, please go. Please go. And thank you. Thank you for knowing that this is over. Let's both just call it quits. But how long have people stayed in relationships with somebody knowing it's over? They don't like you. You don't like them. Matter of fact, you could be still liking the person because you trying to get next to the person, but now they trying. Whoa, you coming too close. You sleeping with them. They don't want you sleeping on them no more. But mind you, before you be laying right on this nigga or on her ass. Now all of a sudden they don't want you, that close. It's over, Hova. Like, how we gonna break this stuff up, or what we gotta do to, make you happy so that way, or who do I leave? And you know what I'm saying? So this is why you also have to watch buying stuff with people, because it's gonna make people linger too long when they don't like you. You gotta watch having stuff with people. Why? Because that's gonna be the only reason why they stand. "Oh, well, we got a house together, so I can't just leave like that." Or now you done bought a house or something of that nature, and now all of a sudden you got to break up your spot because of the fact that this mother sucker want to go do what they want to do. I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. So we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna figure out, initially from the beginning. When this happened, how's this gonna happen? So that way we ain't gotta linger around here too long. You ain't gotta feel like you obligated because we got a house, we got kids, and this is, they keep trying to blame. Oh, the women feel like, because I kept seeing this narrative, they don't like it here anymore. They some way they was trying to put it. Y'all should be thankful. Like, sometimes the journey ain't for forever. We would want it to be forever because I got stickability. I want to be in love, but I don't want to be somewhere where somebody don't want me to be because we got stuff together. I don't like that version. That ain't right. I don't want to be somewhere where I'm being humiliated instead of just being humble. I don't want to be nowhere where I have to be small because, my persona is bigger than yours and God is blessing me with the income and you now feel like your wife is, taking care of you. Nigga, I don't want to be no sugar mama, but if God put me in places for me to be able to, and you doing your part, I'm never going to make you feel like I'm taking care of you. Cause no, nigga, do whatever you need to do to be able to, have the feeling. If doing whatever, managing your wife, or you always here to make sure that this is doing, like, everybody is going to play their position. But how is the key? Because a lot of men don't like women making more money than they do, which is, whatever they got on them, and I'm not going to judge it. But if you're one of them men, stay away from women that basically make more money than you. Don't lie to yourself and go into that saying, oh, well, I'm okay with it, I'm cool with it. And then you try to sabotage your whole life, because that's what a lot of y'all do. And women, don't be good for nothing. All you got is ass, because that ain't good. Know how to clean up, know how to do something other than ass. Everybody has to know their position and their part. So I'm not here to play small, I'm here to rise. I walk in purpose, power, and divine alignment. I do not seek permission, especially from people, because God already said yes. I move with authority. What is meant for me cannot be blocked or delayed by a person, place, an angel, an entity, a demon in hell, a demon roaming this earth. God already said it was mine, and it's mine. I claim it. I want it today. Because your biggest op is an angel, or used to be angel. That's God's biggest op. They don't like you because God created you and told them to bow down. Mind you, they supposed to help you the same way you supposed to be helping them. They don't like it. Inordinate or animated connections that are materialistic don't validate an affectionate relationship. You listen. Anybody that is she said materialistic, that and affectionate, because then also that's the other thing. You have to know your love language, because some people are very much like materialistic. Their love language is gifts, right? And that's not saying that, if your love language is gift, because I like gifts. But also, I'm not a materialistic person. So it's not like because some people like cars and things of that nature, like and so it's always I gotta have the biggest thing, a Lamborghini. Like, a nigga ain't never gonna have to worry about me wanting a Lamborghini. Now if he got a Lamborghini, that's cool, but I don't want a Lamborghini. Um, I don't have to need the top of the line. Like, I just ain't into that. And so if he is, that's fine. I love that for him. But I'm not into that. I like what I like. And so I don't want nobody to be mad at me, because there's some people that will be mad at you too because you're not materialistic. Y'all do know that, right? There's some people that will look down on you because you're not materialistic, and your little thing that you may want or may like just don't satisfy their upper echelon, taste or something. Mind you, motherfuckers be broke as a fucking joke, just trying to keep up with the Joneses, and then be mad at you because you could live off of, or you can make life look good on less. But they want you to, and this a thing when a person can come along into your life and upgrade your life in a way, like, I know she don't like that, but I want to give that to her anyway, right? And mind you, I'm a person I'm always grateful for everything a person gives me, right down to the littlest thing, right? So it's one thing, but for a person to try to demonize you or try to make you feel small because you don't want, like, that, to me, them are always people that are chasing, because it's like the Millionaire Next Door. When you go read the Millionaire Next Door, it starts to do, like a basic study, kind of like people who actually have millions, and then people who don't. And the people who don't, it's like the people who have billions and trillions, like, if you go look at their behavior, like, even the stuff that they wear, it's always like either tan or the light blues, and it's not like gaudy stuff that people that be portraying that they have money. Like, it's almost like it's clean, it's classy, it's not what the people who be trying to act like they have money do. And so most of the things that I like is probably like classy stuff, or I don't know, because most of the time when I went to the store to ever really buy anything, when a person is buying me something, I always choose something that they probably wouldn't like, but that should be expensive. And so to anybody else, they might not, look at it and, or whatever. But even in the midst of like people choosing Louis Vuitton, I don't think I ever had a Louis Vuitton bag. I like MCM. Um, Even like watches. My watches have always been like Movado and things of like that nature, like old and classic. I mean, I would like a Rolex, but I don't know if I would have a extensive watch collection. I love watches, so I would like watches, but I like what I like, and so other people would look at that like, oh, that's low grade, this, that, and the third. However, it's what I like, and it's a company that's been around for forever, just like MCM. Dun, 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 dun. Mr. Steele said, I hate reading from over there because I swear it just be like everything's so little and it make me have to. I'm gonna come over here, Mr. Steele. Mr. Steele, how's your day? How you doing? And people fail to realize I'm quick to stay in my own energy. I'm saying that if anyone bases their connection to you simply on the things you supply. Oh, okay. Well, people like that all the time. They're like, it be the ones, because it's mostly a man thing too. I don't know if women do this, but I know it's like mostly men. Men will buy some ass in a heartbeat. Like literally, that's their whole entire goal. Mind you, a lot of them will try to buy ass to somebody that's not even in their league. Like the bitches ain't gonna like you without the money, and men be okay with that. So, you know, I don't know. This is the conditioning of society. It's like how the old ass, bald head, fat ass niggas be running around here with young girls, but they pay like they weigh. Or just, I ain't even gonna say it, just be old niggas running around with little girls. They paying like they weigh. Like them young girls ain't got nothing to do with want nothing with you other than the fact that you old and you got money. You can provide a lifestyle that, they like. Hello. I mean, I done been there, done that. So we like stability. Mind you, I done always dated a nigga that's older than me. I kind of feel weird with, even trying to date somebody that would be younger than me. To me, it don't match. But it's also a thing that like I said this morning, I don't got daddy issues. My dad right there. So, um, if our love language is gifting, then it should be mutual. I'm giving you because I think of you, and I gift often because I think of you often. Well, some people, that's their love language, and they're just gifting because they like to see a person happy. That's me. Like, you have to watch who, like, I like to be able to do stuff for a person. So my love language, I like all the love languages. I ain't gonna lie. Um, and I'm also going to reciprocate. Like, you know what I'm saying? I may not have more money than you. So I may not be buying you a whole lot of stuff, but I might do a whole lot of stuff for you. You see what I'm saying? So I'm great, love. I'm glad to see you vibing your energy. How are you? I'm doing great. I just been over here in my own energy trying to figure it out. Same, same, same. Um, and so, but somebody's love language might be touch or something of that nature. Because I can look up, what all the love languages are. But somebody might be affection. Somebody might not be affection. Like somebody may not be affectionate, right? But this the thing. People are what they are with who they are with. Because have you ever been with somebody and they say that's not my love language, but then they end up with somebody else and then that's what they doing all the time? And then she said, it's sick. But my family moves like this for financial manipulation. A lot of people do. Like it's a weird thing. Um, but people are who they are, so a love language might not be the same with a different person, because then a person to try to make it seem like it's their fault. No, this just wasn't their love language with them. But then you also have to watch people, because people are manipulative, so they'll not give you something and then all of a sudden they'll get with somebody else and try to start giving this person everything, but technically it ain't even in them. It's just that they're being manipulative because they want the other person back. Like people are just strange in real life. You can be with a person and not give them your 110% best and then be mad at a person for a person leaving your ass because you didn't give me the 110%. And then now your whole entire goal outside of me is to try to manipulate your ass back so you'll go give another person 110%. But I'm not even looking at you no more. I don't even care. So at this point, like, people are just whatever it is. And this is why I pray, like, God know me, right? So God would know not to, allow any of these types of individuals around me. And so I would have to also know, because people will manipulate their way close to you, try to get into your life, um and then not be able to fulfill any of the shit that they think that you want. Because again, it is, when they say people send their representative, that's it. Like, I think that you like this, but mind you, I'm gonna do it genuinely because this is the person that I am. This is what I'm saying. Like, don't fake for nobody. Just be what you are, and then the right person, the right energy will show up. But it's so many people that want to act like something different than what they are. I'd rather just get you away from me quickly. So I'm gonna tell you all the things that I am, all the things that I'm not going to like, all the things that I'm going to like. So that way you don't even risk coming over the fuck here. But you know what dudes do to me? They'll hear everything that I say, and then I become a challenge to them. Look, let me see if I can finagle or weasel my way in, and then I'll change her. Ain't nothing gonna change me but God. Like, literally, I'm gonna have to. It's gonna be God saying, and it's gonna be natural. It's not even gonna be because it's gonna be because I love it here. Like, something inflicts that energy. You ain't never lied. Abby said, "Go on and get," and period. But I really thank God for y'all to show me what family is, and period. Y'all, like, just be yourself. And anybody that's meant to be around you, like I said, even with the people, whoever that person is, I swear I think it's somebody that, likes me but wants me to be a certain size. I don't want you. I don't want you around me. I don't want you in my space. The worst thing that God or anybody else could ever do is get me around somebody that they come in, because I done seen women do it. A man will try to insult them into being slim. No, no, thank you. I don't want it. Ain't gonna have it. Ain't nothing. My body's gonna do what you allow it to do. If you out here doing whatever, my body's gonna respond to that. So, no, thank you. I know the signs and synchronicities of what my body's gonna do. My body will mold to whoever the nigga is that I'm around. Why? Because the energy is gonna show exactly whatever the hell is being given. And so I feel like this is always God's defense mechanism for me, because the one who gonna love me gonna love it the right way, and I like that for me. I'm never gonna change nothing based off of what no nigga gonna say. Oh, well, your hair has to be longer, or it has to be shorter, it has to be this, it has to be that. Respect me as a person so I can respect you as a person. And if you don't like that, good, stay the fuck away from me, please and thank you. Because guess what if you were never meant to serve but to rule? Niggas will come in and think that you're supposed to be beneath them, but meanwhile they ain't got a rule and nothing in them. You was meant to be what you are. Don't be mad at me. It's like when they started that shit with the what did they say, high value. Niggas be thinking they high value. Ain't nothing high value about your dumb ass. Just because you make money don't make you high value. You was a bum with money. Entertainment purposes only, because TikTok will be calling me a bully, and I ain't trying to bully nobody. But these are the facts of the matter. Money don't make you a valuable person at all. At all. Period. Your your morals and values make you a valuable person. If you a nasty ass, like literally the whole entire everything I've been saying, if you're a nasty individual, it's gonna show. And no matter how much you try to be a good person, faking it, it's always going to show. because you're not going to be able to, like, you're not going to be able to do nothing but what you are. This is the moment in time that we're in. This is the reason why people just show up. Like, just show up. It's going to show. If you're a good person, you're going to do good things. You're going to have good morals, good values, good boundaries. If you're a nasty ass individual trying to fake, it's going to show sooner or later. And so everybody is just being who they are. But mind you, this is the thing. There's assignments. There's angels that are on assignment, because I already told y'all. It's so much bigger, and I wish I could explain it properly, because I know a lot of people just think that this life Earth School is, Earth School is, your pathway, your journey, your human life in a vessel, right? Having the divine being having a human lifestyle. No, if I could actually explain it to y'all the way that it was explained, one of the books explains it, and it's literally like, this is weeding out. Like, when they say that, separating the wheat from the tare. If you are a good person, a very righteous person, and that's not like doing things by what human beings seeing. This is like showing your worth in God, in God's eyes, right? This life ain't your only one. You're gonna get put in a place where those people exist. And so the reason why you have to go through this experience is to determine whether or not you belong in this life. And like, when people be like, oh, it's like death, spirit, like, it's whatever this is, just with them people. Like, this is a figuring out a separation round. And you only get to go if your heart is really what you saying it is. So I don't know how to explain it, because when it got explained to me, like, I just get it, and it makes me feel like, do the right stuff, go in covenant, be in covenant, do the right things. And even in the book, it says it's hard to be in covenant when you don't have it in you. So by any means, it's hard to be a good person, even recognizing and standing up for yourself, because I told you something happened. All I said was, I'm gonna go somewhere else. And mind you, something happened that day. It was almost like God was just waiting for me to, like, I don't have to patronize your store. You talking crazy to me, but you fucking fail to realize that your money is based off of people shopping here. And a lot of us still spend our money with people who are fucking nasty ass individuals. Cause what world do you live in where a store, you working behind a counter doing your job, and you ask me, do you want it or not? No, I don't want it, because I don't want to I don't want to bless you while you're cursing me. Because if I stop spending my money, and then everybody else start to recognize, and they stop spending their money here, also, your business is going to fail. But how much do we always put into people? And mind you, they cursing us every day. We exchanging good energy for piss poor energy. I was in Aldi yesterday, and this is how much God keeps showing me that something about this is very much important. I was in Aldi yesterday. It's a lady that I never was an Aldi shopper, but for some reason, the past 3 weeks, I've been going to Aldi, like a field trip or something. Anyway, so long story short, I get to Aldi, and I take a bag. I'll never grab the cart, so I always take a bag with me to be able to put my stuff in. And so that's how I be shopping around the store. And I get to the register, and I have broccoli. I don't know why I love broccoli. But anyway, that was all I was going to eat was broccoli. So I got a thing of broccoli. I set the broccoli on the counter, but for some reason the broccoli is not in the system. So I'm looking at everything as cauliflower and everything else, no broccoli. So I turned to the lady, because the lady that controls the machines is always sitting right here. It's a black lady, nice lady, always, right? And I don't know why yesterday this stuck out to me, because she's always nice, always. She comes, and I said, "Excuse me, but this is not on the machine." She said, "Hold on, give me 1 second. I'll be right there to you." And she, finished what she was doing with the person. She got right up. She came over here, and I said, "I'm sorry to bother you." She said, "You're not bothering me. I'm doing my job." And for some reason, that moment, like, her presence was really, really good. Like, it was almost like God froze it for a minute. And so then, we just went on about, she went talking to another lady. She said, and I think the same person hops from platform to platform. They do, because they want attention. It's like a disruption. It's a weird thing. And so whoever that is, I pray God get them, because one day they're not going to be able to hop from nothing. Because I told you, God working with me on my mind, my thought process. Because when people do stuff like that, and you're trying to just, be a nasty meanie, kill them, because you're not doing nothing else anyway. So why are you here? You clearly don't like Earth School, because you just a nasty ass meanie. But anyway, so she says that, and like I said, God froze that moment, and then I just continued on. But something about it is like God showing me, like, you don't have to be in the presence of anybody that's doing any of that. You don't have to spend your money. Your money is your energy. Your presence is your energy. You don't have to exchange energy with anybody that is that, because little do we know, it's like but the lady's energy at Aldi is blessing me. Yes. Like, and again, she's always nice. It's the same lady that's always there. And she's like an island lady. She's very pretty, real tall. Um, but something about yesterday was important. So I don't know. I was just thankful for that moment in time. But literally, God is working with me on the energetic exchange. Like, for some reason, one of the other things that popped up was people selling bone marrow or something. Like, people, I guess when you need the money or something, they're selling their blood, plasma, right? And for some reason, God was pointing out that people don't realize that they're selling their essence. Stop doing that. Like, I know people may need the money or whatever, and I ain't never done it. But the thing is, when people need money, it's like they do certain things. But it was so weird how God showed it to me. It was almost like the people in the place know that they're taking, because what ended up popping up was that one of the guys said, the dad was able to give his plasma. So it's three generations: the dad, the son, and the grandpa. The dad and the son were able to give blood plasma to their grandpa. And so when they gave the blood plasma to the grandpa was like a whole nother person for a couple weeks, right? And so they kind of keep it in the family doing this thing, but they notice how the older person starts being younger, like literally looking younger and everything. And so that was the first thing that I seen. And then the boy, even on that video, said the same exact thing. Like, people have to be very, very aware of your life force, your essence. So we could be exchanging our life force and our essence into things and not even realizing it. So one of the things I seen was they said that when you start selling bone marrow, people need to start, plasma, entertainment purposes only, that they start to notice that they feel weaker, and some people start to look older. But essence, never did that either. I just never seemed right to me. Yeah, but I seen one lady said, and which is crazy, because depending upon whatever area you in, this one lady said that they paid her $500 to do it, right? And then she fainted, right? Mind you, most of the people that I be seeing, they be saying that they be giving them $100 for it. But why? Even that, you can tell energetic, because this is a white lady, and the other people are black people. So you exchanging your life force and your essence, and it's a monetary value. Like, at what cost? That's always the thing. At what cost? At what cost are you exchanging your life force for? So you're giving somebody else a couple extra years or whatever, and mind you, you're taking from you a couple years for $100. So again, it's just one of the things that God, for some reason, this week has been covenant, contract, life force. Because the other thing is, in covenant, you get back years, you get back time. So whereas you may think that, you're out of time or you're wasting time, stuff starts to roll back time. It's like When a person starts doing, healthier things or healthier habits, or when again bone marrow, um, you start rewinding back time. And so I don't know, it's just the weirdest thing because certain things are being shown, like um your baby having your baby milk as opposed to your baby being given formula from the people. They always want to put the baby on formula, but your breast milk is what's designed to feed the baby. It's like right now I got these things, electrolytes and things of that nature, right? And so electrolytes, help you hydration and things of that nature. But you actually have electrolytes in your body. Where you get them from? A place where ain't nobody gonna want to drink them from. Now, um, so your P tells a lot about your electrolytes. It breaks down clearly. So what electrolytes are? Electrolytes are minerals in your body that carry an electric charge. The main ones are sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, chloride, bicarbonate, phosphate. They control nerve pulses, impulses, muscle contractions, fluid balance, pH regulation. Electrolytes in urine, your kidneys regulate electrolytes in your blood, and urine is one of the main ways to get your body gets rid of excess or balances them. So sodium and chloride often excreted together. Too much salt in your diet equals more sodium in your urine. Potassium, essential for heart and muscle. Low potassium kidneys hold more high potassium, more excreted. Calcium and magnesium, usually small amounts unless diet is very high or a disorder. Phosphate and bicarbonate help balance acidic bases levels in your blood. So urine is like a mirror of your electrolyte balance. Doctors sometimes use your urine electrolyte test to see if you're hydrated, overhydrated, or have a kidney issue. So interesting facts. Clear urine equals perfect electrolyte balance. You can be peeing clear but still be low in potassium or sodium. Electrolyte loss spikes if you sweat or vomit or have diarrhea. Urine can show that. Too much water intake can dilute electrolytes. Hyponatremia something. Hyponatremia. Low sodium even if urine looks normal. Um, she said, "Ain't no way." Um, I'm trying to tell you, people do not realize your body is designed to give you everything you ever needed. It's designed to regenerate itself. And sometimes you have to know, your body has to know what it needs. It's like saliva seeds. You can take and put seeds in your mouth. So this is one of the things they were talking about. You put seeds in your mouth, like that you're gonna plant, and hold them in there for a little bit, and then plant the seeds, and the food will start to create what you need. So a lot of times what we need is right in our face, but we don't do that. So I'm gonna go back up here to where we are, and then we'll talk about something else later. But anyway, I release fear, doubt, and limitation. Because everybody, yeah, like, because I don't want to say what I really want to say. I'm gonna save it for another day, because literally sometimes it is just the thought process of what these people here don't really have no good help for us. Like, they don't want to see you healthy because they make money off of you not being healthy. And also the things that God has already given us to make us healthy, they try to make it seem like either it's weird or it's disgusting or it's, it's like, why would you want to take the fruit trees and then give us sludge to eat? Like, something about these people are weird. Like, they can't be people, because everything good that God gives us, they want to kill it. And so that's the thing. And so, much love, ladies and gents. Have a wonderful day. Catch up with you later, Miss Harmon. See you later, Mr. Steele. So if you notice that everything that is God gave us that was already on the planet for us to do, grow and like I said, there's a book that God gave Adam to teach him how to live here. But somehow they don't want you knowing what that is because they would rather hide it. Mind you, excuse me, something that has been passed down from generation to generation with every herb that's on earth, every thing that would be necessary. So they feel like they would want to have it, but you can't have it. Um, it is like, if they're giving us this, what are they eating? Like, where are they shopping? Because something, they have to be shopping somewhere, or where are they getting their food from? Because where we're getting our food from clearly is not good. And so even yesterday when I was in Aldi, I went to go pick up some chips, and I look at the back of the chips and it got all types of bullshit in it. Then I, pick up another bag of chips and it just got 3 ingredients in it. And so if 3 ingredients can be shelf stable, why are these not? So just like, you can use lemon to preserve something, you can use vinegar to like, it's natural stuff for you to be able to preserve stuff. Red wine vinegar, all types of stuff that will make it to where it's 3 ingredients in this. But why are they going out of their way to add this ingredient, this ingredient, this ingredient, this ingredient? Why? And so one thing is, you would learn to eat better, watch, what you're actually putting in your body, if you realize the things that are designed to actually help you go back into your body. And so it's weird because, like, you hear people talking about certain things and they'll try to debunk it, this, then a third. Because, like I said, we'll have the conversation later. But for the most part, it ain't new. People will tell you that your body will regenerate and heal itself. And also, if your body knows what you're lacking because of your body, then your body will start to generate the things that your body needs because of your body. But they're not going to tell you that. Because why? Why would they want to? They want to operate on you. They want to give you more medication. They want to give you stuff that, and so that's really a thing. And it's sad, but this is also where, when we get back in covenant, we start to learn that God will start to give us stuff. And so that's why I said, after I test out something for a little bit of time, we'll see. Because, I like being able to tell people what I can tell people and not just be out here lying to people. Because if it works, you'll see the difference. If it don't, you'll see the difference. And you know what? That's always been my experience with Mary Jane. Yes. And then you notice what? They started tampering with it. But if it grows right out of the ground, it will be fine. There is something else. It's a herb, something that grows. What is it? Did I save it the other day? Mind you, does so many wonderful things.
Welcome to another segment of How Long Does It Actually Take?
There's a song.
If I don't perform it in the UK or France.
Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. I forgot. Oh, I think it's sweetgrass. Let me see, because I don't think I got the. Did I save it? Sweetgrass. What does sweetgrass do? But mind you, I think it's that because it grows in wherever this location is, it grows and it's pure, untampered with, untouched. Mind you, does so much stuff. pyrocloe odorata. That's the scientific name. It's native to America, North America, used wisely in by indigenous people. Yup, I think it's this. Sweet vanilla-like scent when dried or burned. So purification and cleansing. Burned like sage, yup, because they was doing that too. Used to clear negative energy from spaces, objects, or people. Attracting positivity, thought to bring in good spirits, blessings, and harmony. No, I need to know the medicinal prayer meditation aid. Yeah, it says historically sometimes used in tea or herbal remedies for minor ailments, though mostly ceremonial today. All right, so this is what okay, so medicinal. Cause and I actually gravitated towards because I like vanilla base. I'm a vanilla based person. So like anything vanilla, I'm definitely with it. So it says it aids traditional medicine uses it for digestive aids. Some indigenous practices use sweetgrass tea to soothe minor digestive discomfort like stomach aches or bloating. Respiratory support, the aroma of burning sweetgrass or inhaling the steam was sometimes used to help with mild colds, coughs, or congestion. Anti-inflammatory pain relief applied to poultice or teas for minor aches, though evidence is mostly anecdotal. Calming and stress relief. Smelling sweetgrass is considered soothing. Some use it for headaches, anxiety, spiritual distress, fever reduction. Sweetgrass tea is occasionally been used to help reduce mild fevers. This is on chat, so just so y'all know, it's probably not trying to give me everything, but the one that I was looking at that had it on there, it was a lot of benefits and different things they used it for, but definitely indigenous to the land, and it grew, like it just grew. And then it was saying that once they started figuring out that how much it did and what it did, they started trying to damage it. They started trying to tear it up. They started just the shit that they start to do when they be doing shit. And when it's the day, you know, the people that benefit off of shit, that's who the day is in this point. So just like everything, when they figured out that the plants were used to heal, then they started what you call it, taking them and using them for, you know, medicines and this, that, and the third, all of this stuff. Everything is designed for them to make a buck. But meanwhile, God gave you that to be able to heal yourself or to be able to take care of, you know, illnesses or whatever, as we were here. And so that's why I said, God, take them. Like, take them, because literally they make everything horrible. And so and just general stuff that you would be knowing when, you know, being off the land or being in, you know, a part of the land, one with the land, is so much natural stuff that could potentially be done that you could be doing, but most of the time we don't know nothing about it. Why? Because they don't want us to know nothing about it. They want us to have to continue to go to them for um medicines and, you know, things of that nature, because it allows them to make money. And we have to be more diligent in getting to, you know, getting in the know. But this is the thing. It's been a cycle of the young people not wanting to learn from the older people, because the older people they treat like trash, not realizing this is your inheritance. The ancestors, the elders are your inheritance. They will keep you knowing in the know of the traditions and things of that nature. And once they die, we don't have nothing. We don't have, you know, the spiritual connection that we should have, because of the fact that we let it die off because we thought it wasn't important, not realizing they're the ones with the information. They're the ones that, you know all the old ways, all the old customs. So I'm not here to play small. I'm here to rise. I walk in purpose, power, and divine alignment. I do not seek permission. I move with authority. What is meant for me cannot be blocked or delayed. I trust the path unfolding before me. I release fear, doubt, and limitation. I step into my higher levels with confidence and clarity. My energy is protected. My mind is focused and clear. My spirit is strong. I attract opportunities that align with my purpose. I am becoming everything I was created to be. I don't chase, I align. I don't force, I flow. I don't shrink, I expand. Every day I elevate. Every move I make is intentional. Every level I reach is learned and aligned. I am chosen. I am powerful. I am meant for more. And everybody that knows that, right? And then it's almost like um we still allow whatever the pressures are of today to, kind of step into um our way or our pathway and get the best of us. The things that, people say, or sometimes when things don't go our way, and we know that we are destined and chosen for more, but not realizing that sometimes it is, the alignment or the covenant, God trying to make sure that you're fully in the where. My doctors hated when I stopped taking their meds and went holistic, and I mean pissed off, but I didn't care. Yeah, because it ain't lining their pockets no more. But mind you, like, are you really getting healthier? Are you becoming better? Or are you just, creating another problem for another day? Mind you, in Chinese medicine, that's what they do, a lot of medicinal stuff. Like, they are always talking about dampness in our body. Dampness is like mucus. Like, you hear me right now, even when I be talking. If I said, mind you, the other camera be running. Don't be having none of these issues. Something about when I sit here and I start talking, it creates that. But also allergies because of the environment. Like, why is it so much pollen outside to where it's caked up on the cars and this, that, and the third? Why are we not planting the right trees to be able to make sure that the pollen goes where it needs to go? But they try to teach you how to, like, dry up the mucus and things of that nature in your body. You know, you best might. They just want to check. Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly their biggest thing. Greed. Greed is the biggest problem on this in this world right now. I'm so healthy now that they were asking me what I was doing to make that turn around. That's a damn shame. That is a damn shame. Like, literally to the tune of, like, what did you do to correct what we was trying to get you to die? That is crazy. I mean, I don't understand why it is like you take an oath. You take an oath to heal, to help, and meanwhile they still do the opposite. I don't understand. It's the weirdest thing. Mind you, I was watching it's a movie on Netflix. I don't know why last night I started watching another movie for some reason. Um and it ended up being something about the zombie apocalypse. So it was like the tomb of something. Let me see what the hell this movie was. Um anyway, so the doctor, it was like you know how all the zombie apocalypse movies be, Netflix and ET. And so the doctor, he found out he had iodine all over him because he said that apparently, um, nigga, get out of my face. He said that the lock and key, what did I just watch? He said that the iodine stops the infection, so he was all red. And then there was only a couple people that was running around, but then there was an alpha. Mind you, they were showing real body parts too, just so y'all know. And the alpha, with his body parts out, was able to gain his mind back somehow. Because the doctor shot him with these things that he had made, and come to find out the main ingredient in it was morphine. And so when he was in a stasis or a state of, relax or something, he was able to kind of get rid of the pain because something was happening. Anyway, the doctor was saying that the disease was over the brain and not in the brain, I guess. Anyway, long story short, what is it, Tower of Bone or something? Where is it at? I literally just watched it last night. It should be right there. It's a movie, so let's see. Movies, and it is, yo, why is my Netflix not showing me what I just watched? Um, Tower of Bone or some shit is what it's called. Anyway, it wasn't bad. It wasn't, the greatest movie under the sun, but I watched the whole entire thing all the way through. The point of it is they still keep pushing this zombie apocalypse narrative because apparently if they can't have the world, then they gonna just basically send us all to fucking hell because they don't care. Um, oh, it's called 2 years, 28 years later. 28 years later, and it says a boy and his dad visit. Hold on, is this right? No, that ain't it. Is that it? I don't think that's it. It looked like it because that's the tower that he had. Well, apparently, so apparently I must have missed some other stuff. So, because it's the same tower. This one is called. Okay, so apparently they have one for 28 years later, and then this is 28 years later, but it's the new one because this is the one called the Bone Temple. So now I gotta go back and watch the other one. Okay, so apparently there's two of them, and I watched the last one. I didn't know there was another one. And it says, in a post-apocalyptic future, two resilient plague survivors must escape violent humans and the infected in this horror sequel directed by Nia the Cross. But anyway, they keep pushing. That's it. It's a trilogy. Yeah, I didn't know. So I watched the other one. I didn't know that there was another one. So now I gotta go watch the other one. But the man ended up figuring out that you can bring him back. So in the end, he died, but then the dude he had ended up bringing him back. So I don't know. It was a good movie, but it's still they keep pushing the narrative of the zombie apocalypse as if these niggas know they about to do some shit they ain't got no business. So so that was one of the other things. So if y'all ain't never seen that, watch it. Like I said, it wasn't like the worst movie under the sun, but it wasn't like the best one either. Um so over here, back to the message. What if you were never meant to serve but to rule? There's levels to this ish divine alignment, knowing who you are and your purpose. That's basically the message. So hopefully it helped. I don't know if I delivered it properly. Hopefully I did. And as I learn and grow, and like I said, I don't know a whole lot of everything or anything, and I can look some stuff up. But as God keep dropping stuff in my spirit, hopefully, I can deliver the message properly to give it to somebody else. Because if my journey is coinciding with your journey, I ain't out here gatekeeping, and I'm trying to do the right things. Okay, so that's the message. That's it. Hopefully it helped. Thank you guys for being here. If you wish to donate towards my channel, all the links are in my bio. um, and yeah, that's all I got. Always go with God. And she said you really did. This week has been spot on, period. And thank you, as always. And it's funny, right? Because this is one of the things, like how to actually deliver the message without it being on the tarot side. Because literally still doing the same exact thing, but just in a different way. Because I feel like more people are receptive too. And I feel like even with me, like I get it in a different way when it's delivered right towards, what I'm already dealing with. And so anybody that's been here for my channel from this point to this point, I always said it was never like I never needed cards or anything like that because it's always just what was happening. And then also still relating it to, but then come to find out as everything is playing out, the prophecy was already written. We was already figuring it out without even know that we were figuring it out. So, I never know how it's going to spin or what God has in store, but I'm going to be open and a willing vessel for, God to be able to use me if it's necessary. So hopefully it's always what God wants me to give and not nothing that is related to me, because I'm starting to also realize that in every book and every text, that's the reason why it always gets destroyed, because the people always get above themselves. And it's like you start off with the intentions of um you know doing God's work, and then it ends up being the people not being humble for the covenant, not being humble for God, but just, I don't know. It's just a weird thing because, like I said, once I start to figure out all these things are connected, and some things I can't explain properly because I don't know the words to even explain it. And, if it's meant to be explained, God will give it. So, thank you guys for trusting me and even listening because, you know, there's that. So that's what I got. Love y'all. Always go with God. And thank y'all for being here.